A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I want A+ English.
Hi everyone, welcome to A+ English. I'm Pat.
And I'm Elsie.
And today we're going to talk about a special kind of job. And this job is all related to kind of the shopping experience and making it more fun and interesting for people, but also making more money for the store.
Okay, so are we talking about being a clerk?
Not quite, it's a bit more detailed than that, but let's start with our warm-up question. What makes you want to go into a store? Talk about it.
When I need to buy something, I need to go into a store.
Sure.
Especially a supermarket.
Right.
Or when I need to try on some new clothes
that
I see online, I need to go to a regular store.
Sure,
What about you?
Normally it's pretty much this store sells the thing I want, in I go. But there are two exceptions. Firstly, a bookstore. I will just go into a bookstore for a look around, see if there are any interesting new titles or just something that looks interesting. I could walk around in there, read a bit, do that kind of thing for hours if I had the time. Second one, I used to be into this hobby where I collected small models, painted them, and used them to play battle games and stuff. I would go into stores that sell that kind of thing just to look and kind of breathe in the air of my childhood and see what the hobby is like these days. So
cool.
That's just for looking around. But the way a store looks might also get me to come in, and that's what this article and this job is all about. Let's read through.
Working as a visual merchandiser. Warm-up question. What makes you want to go into a store? Talk about it.
What do you do at work?
I place items for clothing store displays and watch their sales. We hope to make better sales by building eye-catching displays.
What does a visual merchandiser need to do their job?
A great sense of fashion. You need to know the popular things to catch people's eye. You should understand the ideas and styles of other stores in the market too.
What do you think about when you build the displays?
There should be a consistency in style across the store. I also think about customers' style tastes. We're a foreign store, so I add Taiwanese styles for customers here.
So the name of this job, as in our title, is a visual merchandiser. But what is that?
A visual merchandiser 这三个字啊，我们先来看看这个 visual 代表的是视觉的，跟你的 vision 视觉有关系。那再来 merchandise。我们知道它是商品，字尾加上 r merchandiser 这个字啊，它的解释根据工作的领域有所不同。这里说的 visual merchandiser 指的是视觉陈列师。But what do these people do?
Well, it's the job of creating the way a shop looks to help you sell things, and that includes the shelves, the displays, where things are, and so on. So let's start the article and hear from Mr. B, that's his name. He's done this job in a clothing store for 9 years, so a lot of experience. And A+ asks in this interview, what do you do at work?
OK， 所以我们说到的主角 Mr. B， 我们访问的对象 ，he is a very experienced visual merchandiser。那我们的 A+ 就问他了，你的工作内容是什么？
And Mr. B says, I place items for clothing store displays and watch their sales.
Place 在这个位置啊，它不是名词哦，是个动词。我们来看一下怎么用吧。 place 在这里当动词用，代表摆放、放置，也可以用 put 这个字来说。那当然 place 也可以当作名词，是地方。For example， 写完信之后，我们要做什么呢？我们要 fold the letter， 折信，然后呢 and place the letter into an envelope， 我们要将信放在信封里面。放置的动作，这边用的就是 place。那 Mr. B 的工作就是要 place items， 也就是要摆放商品。那如果你看到 place 的字首多了 re，replace 那就是取代的意思哦。像是呢，我们可以说 The bike is old and needs replacing， 代表这个脚踏车旧了，需要替换。那单字例句给的是呢 Alyssa placed all the plates、cups and forks carefully on the table before dinner， 代表她在晚餐之前呢，将所有的盘子、杯子和叉子小心地摆放在餐桌上。
Or we could say, before the show starts, we need to place all the things the band needs on the stage.
So Mr. B places items for clothing store displays. Display 这个字啊，这边当名词用是陈列，所以 Mr. B 负责的是商品陈列的部分。
Think of displays, think of supermarkets. There are often displays of snacks near the tills in supermarkets to get hungry people to buy snacks.
没错，商品要陈列出来，才会让顾客看到来买。Besides that, he watches their sales. Sales 这个复数名词代表的是销量、销售额。
Yeah, he's checking, okay, what is selling a lot, what's not selling much, what can we do? We could say when we talk about sales, sales of many items always go up before Christmas. So why does he do that? Why does he follow kind of what's happening with his displays? He adds, we hope, so that's him and the shop, we hope to make better sales by building eye-catching displays.
这里用 eye-catching 来形容 displays， 那 eye-catching 这个复合形容词代表的是引人注目的或是抢眼的。For example, her dress is very eye-catching. As soon as she walked into the room, it caught my eye.
We'll talk about that a bit more. There are many eye-catching pictures on the walls of the art classroom. That's something else we could say it. So as I say, we'll talk about another way to express the same idea slightly later. But he does this to make better sales.
没错，所以 Mr. B 就说啦，我们希望借由抢眼的陈列，提高销售量 ，to make better sales， 让商品销售得更好。
So that's kind of an overall description of the job. Let's get into details. A+ asks, what does a visual merchandiser need to do their job? What things do they have to have? What background or training?
所以这边是 the second question， 第二个问题，我们问到他要当一位视觉陈列师需要什么样的条件，也就是 what makes a person qualified for this job?
Right. And one of these things we have is Mr. B saying a great sense of fashion.
Fashion 是流行的事物，那 sense 这个名词是什么意思呢？ Let's take a look. Sense 这边当名词用啊，代表领悟、感受。Have a great sense of something， 那就是对某事的领悟、感受度是好的。所以当我们说 somebody has a great sense of fashion， 代表这个人啊很懂得现在的流行趋势。那 sense 还可以当作感觉、知觉，像是我们人类有的 five senses。5个感觉，5个知觉，像是 the sense of smell， 也就是嗅觉 ，the sense of taste， 也就是我们说的味觉。那再来一个人如果有幽默感，你可以说他有 a sense of humor。那有安全感的话是 a sense of security。单字例句给的是呢 ，Gina has a good sense of direction. She can always find the right road. Gina 拥有良好的方向感，她总是能找到对的路。
Here's another example. Andrew has a strong sense of right and wrong, and he always tries to do the right thing. But this is about having a sense of fashion.
Fashion 刚刚有稍微提到一下，在这边当作风尚、流行，或者是有时候会当作时尚业、时装业。So do you think you have a great sense of fashion, Pat?
Oh, come on. I know very little about fashion, as should be obvious, and as my wife often tells me. Of all of the A+ teachers, Seb and Reese, they have a much better idea of fashion.
Maybe.
Okay, so let's go on. Mr. B is talking about what he needs to do his job. He says, you need to know the popular things to, and here's the phrase again, catch people's eye.
没错 ，catch one's eye 就是吸引人们的目光。那还有一个形容词，我们看到它是 popular， 我们来看一下怎么用吧。popular 这个形容词呢，代表流行的、受欢迎的。那如果我们要说受到某人的欢迎，我们可以用 be popular with。For example, this novel is popular with teenagers， 代表这本小说受到青少年的欢迎。那另外像是流行歌 popular songs， 那会说成 pop songs。流行文化 popular culture， 那我们会说 pop culture， 用 pop pop 来代替就好了。单词例句给的是呢 ，Camping is a popular activity these days. Many people like going camping on the weekends. 露营是最近流行的活动，很多人喜欢周末的时候去露营。
So for popular, we could also say superhero movies like those about Marvel characters are really popular at the moment. But what's all this idea of catching someone's eye?
我们再帮同学们整理一下，动词 catch 加上一个所有格，再加上 eye， 注意是用单数的 eye 哦，代表的是吸引某人的目光。刚刚讲到，那这个 catch 你还可以用什么呢？比如说 draw 或 attract， 然后后面接的是 somebody's attention。好，也是吸引某人的注意力的意思。那 Mr. B 说啊，你要了解现在流行的是什么，才懂得如何吸引顾客的目光。那我们现在先进到 Magic Box 听讲师讲解 catch somebody's eye 的用法。
Magic Box。Hello， 大家好，我是 Casey。今天我们来学一些很有画面的用语哦。为什么说很有画面呢？因为它们都跟眼睛有关哦。理解意思之后，你就会觉得真的很贴切哦。不知道大家有没有过一种经验啊，就是你走进一间店要买东西，因为相同的品项太多了，就会造成你有选择困难这个困扰哦。那通常都会有一两个商品，它长得就跟别人不一样，长得很特别，可能是它的设计很独特，或是包装很抢眼。这种抓到你目光的感觉呢，就可以用我们今天这个片语 catch somebody's eye 来说哦。这边的 catch 呢，就像我们之前学过的，有捕捉的意思，但它的用法稍微抽象一点哦。它抓住的是你的目光 ，eye 这边指的是目光，而不是眼睛哦，所以它是单数型的。所以呢，我就可以说啦 ，This table caught my eye because of its special design。这张桌子呢，因为它独特的设计，吸引了我的目光。让我看它看得比其他桌子都还要久，这样的意思哦。那某个人事物引起你的注意力，我们就可以用这个片语哦。A strange man caught my eye when he went out of the store looking nervous。一个奇怪的男人走出这间店，而且他看起来神色紧张，就让我注意到他啦。那 catch somebody's eye 这个片语呢，我也可以变成形容词哦，就像课文里面用的另外一个用法 eye catching 来这个复合形容词来修饰名词哦，像是呢 That was an eye-catching advertisement. I want to learn more about the product. 那真的是一个很引人注目的广告，我都想要去了解那个产品了。好啦，那以上这两个引人注目的用法，大家都有学起来了吗
Hi, welcome back. So Mr. B, the visual merchandiser, is talking about the things you need in terms of your abilities, your strengths, what you can do and understand to do this job. And Mr. B says, you should understand the ideas and styles of other stores in the market too.
In the market， 这边这个 market 代表什么意思呢？ Let's find out。Market 这边当名词用哦，代表特定商品的交易或是市场，所以像是的 job market 指的就是就业市场，那 housing market 指的就是房产市场。那如果你听到的是 the stock market， 那就是股票市场了。那一般生活中常见的市集市场，当然也可以用 market 来表示，像是 night markets 夜市 ，flower markets 花市。或者是 flea markets 跳蚤市场，好，也都是用到 market。那单字例句给的是呢 ，In Taiwan's computer market, Acer is one of the biggest companies。在台湾的电脑市场中，宏基电脑是最大的公司之一。
Or we could say Apple and Samsung are two of the biggest companies in the cell phone market.
没错，就是在这个手机的市场上。好，那这边呢 ，Mr. B 提到 你也要了解市场上的其他店家 ，so that you can be competitive。你这样才会有竞争力。
Right, you don't want to do exactly the same as other stores, but if they've got a few good ideas, you can take them and make them better and use them yourself. So A+ then asks, what do you think about when you build the displays?
你在陈列商品的时候都考虑些什么事情？
And he says, there should be a consistency in style across the store.
Consistency 这个名词呢，代表一致性、一贯，所以 consistency in style 那就是风格要一致啊。
Right, it can't look completely different in completely different areas. They'll just look like 5 different stores instead of one store. Talking about consistency, we could say this week, Danny got an A+, a D, a C, and another A+ on his tests. There's no consistency.
也就是毫无一致性。所以刚刚说到，店里的风格应该要有一致性，这样子顾客才会愿意进来店里面购物。
So he's thinking about making the store have one consistent look. And he also says, I also think about customers' style tastes.
Your taste in something 代表你对某物的品味。好，这边当做的是名词哦，解释为品味。那另外 taste 也可以当做动词用，代表尝起来。
So here taste is about what you like, what you prefer. So I could say my taste in books changed a little as I grew up. I still like stories about magic and dragons, but I read a lot of different kinds of books now too.
那 Mr. B 说啊，他也会考虑顾客的风格品味。
Okay, and a bit more information about how Mr. B thinks about what the customers like. He says, we're a foreign store, so I add Taiwanese styles for customers here.
Okay, so according to different customers' needs, you place items that they might be interested in on display. 根据顾客的需求摆放他们想要的东西、喜欢的东西。那最后 Mr. B 说啊，我们是国外的品牌，所以会添加一些台湾风格的东西。
Yeah, some local kind of things that people might need or want, as well as the foreign styles that are on display. So we're going to talk more with Mr. B tomorrow, find out more about his job, but also the things he likes about his job. But right now, we're going to go to today's review time activity.
Review time.
So of our 4 word power words today, 3 of them have got kind of multiple different uses. They can be verbs or nouns, they can have different meanings. We've covered some of them in the article, but let's review a few.
Okay.
So our first one was place. Now we used it as a verb, of course. You place something on a table. You place your bag on the floor when you get to school, maybe. But of course, a place can be a noun.
没错 ，place 在课文当中是放置，是个动词。当然，它也可以当名词用，是地方。像是呢，我们可以说 ，Are there any places you recommend me to go in Taiwan?
Exactly. This is a cool place. This is a great place. That kind of thing. So then we've got sense. We used sense in the article as a noun, kind of like your awareness, your understanding, a sense of humor, a sense of fashion. Of course, sense, as Elsie mentioned in the word power section, is your smell, your sight, your taste. But we can use sense as a verb too.
没错，也可以当做这个动词来使用，感受的动作。I can sense that something's going on here.
Yeah,
代
exactly.
表我感觉到。
Yeah, and it could be your actual, I can sense a taste, I can sense a smell, but you can sense kind of with your mind, like, you're not happy, I can sense it,
Right.
that kind of thing. And finally, we have market. We used market to mean an area of business, the cell phone market, the clothing market, and you mentioned a few normal kinds of night market, food market, fish market.
Yeah.
But market can be a verb.
没错 ，market 可以当动词用哦，就是行销、销售。So we can say we need to think about how to market this product.
Exactly. We're going to market some different things and who we marketing this too. So you can see how even simple words like place and sense and market can have a bunch of different meanings, and it is useful to learn them all. Often you can guess when you read an article what the context is, and therefore you've got an idea, okay, this word means this in this sentence, but do pay attention to it. That's all from us for now. Join us again tomorrow to learn more about being a visual merchandiser. See you then. Bye for now.
Bye.
Working as a visual merchandiser. Warm-up question. What makes you want to go into a store? Talk about it.
What do you do at work?
I place items for clothing store displays and watch their sales. We hope to make better sales by building eye-catching displays.
What does a visual merchandiser need to do their job?
A great sense of fashion. You need to know the popular things to catch people's eye. You should understand the ideas and styles of other stores in the market too.
What do you think about when you build the displays?
There should be a consistency in style across the store. I also think about customers' style tastes. We're a foreign store, so I add Taiwanese styles for customers here.
Word power.
Place. Place. Alyssa placed all the plates, cups, and forks carefully on the table before dinner. Alyssa placed all the plates, cups, and forks carefully on the table before dinner. Sense. Sense. Gina has a good sense of direction. She can always find the right road. Gina has a good sense of direction. She can always find the right road. Popular. Popular. Camping is a popular activity these days. Many people like going camping on the weekends. Camping is a popular activity these days. Many people like going camping on the weekends. Market. Market. In Taiwan's computer market, Acer is one of the biggest companies. In Taiwan's computer market, Acer is one of the biggest companies.
认识字汇
Display. Display. Fashion. Fashion. Consistency. Consistency.